Are we on?
Yeah.
What a lead-in. Happy 150, everyone. Episode 150.
Congrats, Madison.
I just moved my hand from my shorts.
Fuck, I was going to try to give her a handshake, but she has to cover her crotch. So for anyone who's not watching visually, we came out and we're wearing almost the same outfit, which is always really funny. But this is really outside of our normal outfit, I feel.
So that's why it's even funnier, because usually we're in workout clothes.
Like when I put it on this morning, I was like, huh, that's different for you. And then when I got home from work and I saw you in almost the exact same outfit, like I actually had such a good laugh to myself.
Honestly, I was wearing workout shorts with this top, so that's more normal. Yeah. But I decided, I was like, you should dress it up.
It's 150. Let's celebrate.
Yeah.
Let's wear denim
shorts. Let's celebrate with denim shorts and a gray top.
It's sad. If you're a woman and you wear like little short shorts, like denim shorts, you know what it's like to sit in short denim shorts. Like it's actually one of the most difficult tasks.
It should be illegal, honestly.
It's so shitty. Yeah. And the fact that we both committed to this really says a lot about where we're at.
Yeah. So awesome. All right.
Well, happy 150.
Yeah, happy 150. Good for us. Yeah, 150 episodes. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel the dedication, so I can believe it.
Yeah, we're feeling the dedication. Yeah. That's correct.
But it is surreal to make it to these like landmark episodes, even though 150 isn't more or less special than 149.
That's right. That's like when it's your birthday and you're turning 29 and they're like, do you feel 29? And I'm like, what the fuck did 28 feel like? I don't know.
That is
sometimes I feel 10, like, you know?
Okay, so I think we have some stuff to unpack. Just by you saying that you feel 10.
Sometimes. Maybe not 10. I don't even remember what 10 looked like.
No, there are times.
Okay. Like 14.
Well,
maybe.
Okay. Let me put this into perspective. So I just got back from a family vacation. And for one, we've never done that. Like I've never been on vacation with my whole family ever, especially to like a place that's out of the country. That was spectacular.
Awesome.
But relating it to how you say you feel 10 sometimes, my brother got engaged and announced that he's having a little boy. Whoa.
Wow.
Like, okay, I'm really excited about that. Yeah. But in that moment, I thought, oh my God, like I can't believe that my brother, who's a couple years older than me, is having a kid. I sometimes feel like a kid. And I'm sure everybody, like all adults probably have those moments where you're like, I don't know if I'm qualified to be in this position, to have this much responsibility. But then you do it anyways and you figure it all out. But it's
quite amazing.
I felt like, oh shit, we're not kids anymore. Cause like we're at age where now we're having kids. Whoa.
Fuck.
It's just like scary. It's not good.
I do not like it. Wait, I was listening to a podcast episode the other day. I think it was Smartless, and they were talking about how, and they're older, they're like in their 50s, maybe late 40s, and they were talking about how it's crazy that they're closer to death than they are to when they were born. And I was just like, oh my God, imagine when we reach that point when you're like at that age. And I'm like, oh shit. Because right now I think, okay, we're like 10 years out of high school. Like, that's pretty heavy, but closer to death, like that's another story. Oh, great.
Okay. Now, if anyone
we're closer to having kids than we are to being kids.
Nah, because I got over that a long time ago. Yeah, I got over that a long time ago. Because that happens when you're like 23 and stuff. You start saying that.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, we're closer to having kids than.
And you feel kind of sad, but now we're over it. Sorta.
No, I did the math the other day. Not that 40's old. But
yes.
In 12 years.
Yes. Oh my God.
So I thought about it this way. So the time that has elapsed from graduating high school till now, plus 1.5 years, like that timeline of that we've spent out of high school feels like it's gone by in a flash. Imagine how this next 10 years is going to feel.
To be fair, it's 11 and a half.
We've been out of high school for 11 and a half.
No, we haven't. Jesus Christ. We have 11 and a half years until we're 40.
I didn't know what noise that was.
I was trying to say 11, but it was like my brain was working. Like I was trying to get the second word out.
Okay, here's that. What I'm really happy about is that you're also struggling today because I am riding the struggle bus so hard.
Yeah.
That I feel like
I voiced to you that I was struggling today.
We were struggling harder yesterday, and so we decided to push off recording for one day, and then you get down to the wire and you're like, well,
I'm still in the struggle, but we have to do it. Yeah. So fuck.
But
so happy 150 is what we're all trying to say.
Yeah, this has been a long.
And we're almost 40. So that's great. Awesome. No, 40 will be legit, I'm sure.
Yeah, hopefully these next 11 and a half years treat us very well, and we're excited about it when we get there.
Yeah, but if you think about it from like 19 to now, that's feel like a lot of shit went down.
That's true. That makes me feel better.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because when you look back, you're like, oh, it went by so quick. But I'm like, no, there are some days that felt like a year. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm happy for that.
Well, sort of. And we talk about this a lot, but like the amount of lives it feels like we've lived in that timeline, I'm sure every single one of you can relate to that of like, wow, even in the span of a year, sometimes it feels like that was an entire lifetime.
Yeah, for real.
So it's just interesting to think about it in numbers like that and just go, okay, so we've already done like 10. And then in another 10, we're going to be close to 40. And it's just like, wow, what a different phase of life.
Dude, and then we'll be sitting there being like, oh, 40, so cool. And then we're like, we're almost 60.
Yeah, and
it's just going to keep going.
Hopefully we look back and are like, thank God we're not 28 anymore.
Right. I think there will be a lot of times where we'll say that.
Because like 28-year-old us, which is us currently, hey, like sometimes shit's pretty hard, you know? Mm-hmm. And like some days I really look forward to not being in this, but then at the same time I am totally enjoying where I am. Because I'm not trying to rush it.
And then sometimes I get really sentimental because I'm like, oh my God, like this is one less day that I'm going to be this age. And you're like, and if you only get one life, like, oh my God, you know?
And just having like that come to realization moment is really scary. And I had one of those not too long ago when I found out that my brother was having a baby. You know, like I had speculation that he was, but then it got confirmed. Mm-hmm. And when he told us, if you saw the video, if you guys know my brother and you saw the video,
I watched it like literally twice. Tessa was just standing there.
My reaction was so lackluster. Like I feel like I ruined the video.
She had a crisis like in that moment.
A part of me knew, but a part of me was like, what? Because we were all lined up for a family photo and they're like, all right, 3, 2, 1, Callie's pregnant, right? And I'm like, what? Like, wait, what?
Like you didn't hear. You're like, can you say that again? What was it?
Yeah. But anyways, what I was going to say about this is like, I didn't really process it in the moment. And then like a few days later, I was processing it and I ended up processing it out loud, right? I was just like,
that's normal for
God.
you.
Yeah. You know what? I do process almost everything out loud. Mm-hmm. But I was processing it out loud and I was just like, wow, I can't believe my brother's having a baby. And like, this is crazy. And someone was like, yep, that's called growing up. And I was like, well, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. All right. Like, let's soften ourselves.
Yeah, you're like,
I
know that. Thank you.
Of course, totally that's what that.
I just like would rather have a hug than hear that.
I don't need confirmation that that's just a part of life. I need a hug of like, you're going to be okay.
That's right.
Let's embrace this new chapter of our lives and your dynamic as siblings with a hug.
That's right. Because behind the scenes, we all know that's part of life.
Yes.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I understand.
Okay.
So first things first is that we wanted to make revisions to last week's podcast or 148 and 149 episode. I don't know.
Yeah. Because it all blended together.
That's right.
There was this section called the laminated list. I didn't know what the fuck the laminated list meant.
Exactly. And I'm like, is that like a term that people know? Apparently it is.
I don't know. Okay. I didn't know it. You didn't know it.
Well, Maria knows it.
Well, Maria was like, LOL. Laminated list is not the should or the shouldn't but would. That was a little add-on that her husband Nick threw in.
Oh,
he was like, oh, you know, it'd be funny if they include like a shouldn't but would.
Oh, okay.
A laminated list is basically like your hall pass. A list of people that we can probably narrow down to like celebrities or people who are well known that you would, if you had a significant other, it would be no problem. Like if the opportunity presented itself, you got to take it, no questions asked. That's what a laminated list is.
Okay, yes.
So
do I have an answer to that?
Probably not, because
I don't have anything specific.
You don't have like any one that you feel
there's like so many people. I feel like how can
I
narrow it down? Honestly, okay. So actually, I was watching this one.
So when she said that, guys, if you're not watching, she like sat forward and she started playing with her hair. And I feel like whenever Madison gets ready to rumble, she like starts playing with her hair and she's like ready. Sits forward.
Okay, so that's true. Yeah. But I was watching this last weekend, the movie 12 Strong, which I don't think you've seen that, but I've seen it.
Madison, I haven't seen majority.
Okay, she hasn't seen a lot of movies that I've seen for some reason,
yeah.
but this is like a war movie, and usually they're really sad, but I know that none of them die, so I was like, oh, I'm down to watch this. Most of the men that are of the 12, there are some that are so fucking hot. Like, you have to watch the movie just for that. Like, that's why I'm devastated if any of them had to die, because you like fall in love with them.
Madison,
like, I can't
nothing
handle
about this sounds realistic.
What do you mean?
It's a war movie. Everyone's hot and no one dies.
It's Hollywood. Of course there's hotties. Okay, first off, the leader of it is Chris Hemsworth, which you already know. That's probably my
one of
pass.
your.
He's fucking sexy.
Yeah.
And there's these other two guys in there. They're like not big actors, but they're just so fucking hot. And I was like, I'd include them maybe.
That's how I felt when we watched what's that fucking Top Gun movie?
Oh, fuck.
Where they
that fucking beach scene?
Yeah, they're playing football on the beach.
That beach scene was for women.
Absolutely.
Only.
They're like, you know what? There's a good chance your man brought you to this movie. Exactly. So we're gonna throw in a little token.
Yeah, this is a treat for all of you. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that scene's great.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, do you have one?
Oh. Laminated list. Not really. I mean, I think that there's like a lot of attractive people, but I haven't thought like about that.
You're like, oh, if I had the chance. I know.
Well, I mean, because that sounds fucking desperado.
Right. Yeah.
Wait, I know Maria will get a good kick out of this.
Okay.
I don't know if Maria told me hers, but her husband's.
Oh, wait. I think I remember this, but maybe not.
I don't remember all of them. I just remember one that stood out because Maria and I talked about it. Was Kesha. I was like, that has got to be the biggest twist I've ever seen.
Yeah, because she kind of disappeared.
Yeah. I'm like, the fact that she was in your thought.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Great.
I was just like, whoa, I think
Kesha would be fucking pumped on that.
Yeah. Wouldn't you be if you were someone's laminated list?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm sure you are in someone's laminated list.
Maybe.
You can sleep better tonight knowing that.
What an ego boost.
Yeah. Okay. What other revision?
Okay. So we were also laughing about this on our walk the other day. Is we could not think of any hot names. Like, what were hot names for guys?
Fucking Hugh.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman. Which, to be fair, this is also an edit. Hugh Jackman was fucking sexy when he was young.
Oh, I don't know.
As an older man, still handsome, but younger, yeah. Okay. I'm down. But yeah, you said Hugh, which I'm just like, what the fuck? But that's cool, you know? But we were talking about people that we thought were just fucking hot. Tyler. A name Tyler comes to name.
Yeah, but comes to mind. But okay, a Tyler's pretty broad and a Tyler could be not hot.
That's true.
But a Tyler Cameron could always be hot.
Yeah, that combination. Yes.
And if you don't know who Tyler Cameron is,
look him up right now.
You're welcome.
Yeah, he's fucking hot.
He might be laminated.
No, straight up. I actually thought about that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my
eyes
God.
are watering.
And then we were talking about can we say this full? Who even gives a fuck? That there's a guy.
I didn't give her consent,
to high school. He went to my high school and he was a few years older, and we were just like, oh my God, Evan. Evan's a good name.
Evan's a good name.
Evan's a good name, yeah.
Especially when it's attached to someone hot. Basically, someone can make a name hot based on the way they are.
And that was our answer,
look.
I think, in the episode, which still stands true. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So.
But the name Hugh definitely originated because Hugh Hefner is a fucking sex pot.
He's fucking daddy.
Yeah, Hugh Hefner, dude, laminated list.
Honestly, if he like paid for my life right now, I wouldn't be that sad. So you have to have sex with him.
Yeah,
I'm mad about that. No. If I didn't have to have sex with him, yeah.
It didn't turn out amazing for any of them.
No,
so
it didn't.
I would not wish that for you at all. at all.
Yeah, it's probably good that he's deceased.
Did he die?
He did die.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Was he a bad guy?
Don't ask me.
Well,
you were the Playboy bunny. You should know.
I don't remember.
You're just too messed up the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. On to next order of business.
This is a public service announcement.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about this.
Stop using the term babe if you are not my boyfriend. Specifically, if you are woman to woman.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not really called for. And you don't really mean babe. Like, you're not endearing in the sense of the word. Let's cut it. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So, what are your thoughts on this?
Tess and I were talking about this, and sometimes it seems that anyone who calls me babe doesn't like me. If it's woman to woman. Like, I think, like, I don't think they like me.
Let's use an example here.
Okay. Do you want me to use an
Yes.
example?
Yeah.
Like, maybe
Thanks, babe. See you later.
Yeah.
Let's just call it babe.
I was going to say that one. Okay, but maybe it's just, there's a lot of things you could say about babe. Is that sometimes it seems like they just want to say bitch instead. But like bitch in like a negative way. Like, let's just call it bitch. You know? Like, not babe. It's just, it seems, we've talked about this.
I feel like it's fluff, right?
Yes.
Like, it's used as padding.
Right.
But in fact, it makes it worse.
It's like you say something mean, but then you add babe at the end. So then it seems acceptable, but it actually it's maybe worse.
And I understand the sandwich theory of like something nice or complimentary, the hard news, complimentary at the end. This is not that. This is very different.
No, it seems, and we've said this a million times, it seems very condescending because it's usually, I don't know, and maybe we're just like taking it out of context, but it seems like it's like people who think they're above us are calling me that.
But then I have like maybe also done this. In fact, I can say I probably have.
Right. And I have voiced this to Tess before. I feel like I have said this to you like from the beginning, and that's why I don't use like names like that. Like, I don't say like babe to like people typically. And even if it's like a boyfriend, I'll say like baby or something. Mm-hmm. But I don't say babe to women because I felt that way. But then this last year, you really experienced why babe is not it.
Yeah, babe is just rude.
It can be super rude.
Again, unless you're my boyfriend, let's not.
Right.
Let's not.
Or like my mom.
Yeah.
I don't know. So anyway, and this is just from experience, and I feel like I have yet to experience anyone call me babe, and I'm like, oh, that's nice. Like, that woman, I think she likes me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, can you not do this, babe? And I'm like, whoa, just tell me I shouldn't do that. Yeah. And then I'm good.
I also think sometimes, not in this context of condescending or like trying to soften a blow, it's just used to try to like create kinship between people of like, oh, well, if I call her babe, I'll come off as more friendly, and you know, it might soften them. Mm-hmm. However, I think if you have any past life experience that Madison and I have had, you would agree, let's not. Right. In fact, it makes me put my guard up because babe is the same in my book as girl. Like, hey, girl.
Right. I'm not a fan of that.
When you say hey, girl, or thanks, girl, it's really like impersonal. I don't know. I just rather you say my name.
Right. Yeah, I would rather say my name also. I'm not a fan of the thanks, girl either. I don't know. It's really interesting because then I get like sometimes like, hey, girly, you know? But then again, it's usually from people who don't know me very well. And I also think that they might not like me. Yes. Like, they've shown behavior where I'm like, they're not a fan of me. And then they say like, oh my God, so good to see you, girly. And I'm like, is it? You know? You don't have to even say that. You could just say, see you later. And I'd be so happy.
Yeah.
It's
just fluff. Mm-hmm. And I think that we're going to cut it there. Like, we're not.
Yeah, we could really go in on it.
Yeah. Like, we're just not going to use it going forward. So if you're someone who uses the word babe a lot.
Maybe check yourself.
Yeah. Like, I think a lot of people would be like, I don't like that she does that. And that's helpful information so you can adjust and move forward.
Yeah. Or maybe just even ask the people around you, do you feel this way when I say that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Food for thought.
But also, if you want to say it, who fucking cares? That's just what we thought.
So let's just call it, babe.
Yeah, exactly. End of segment, babe. Okay, damn. Oh, dude.
Damn.
I have it written down in my notes.
Okay,
right
hold
now,
on.
You're
These
gonna
denim
laugh.
shorts. Sorry,
I know
everybody.
they're
oh
up in,
my God.
in here.
They're
inside
really my body.
I know. I'm trying to hide it with my arm,
Okay.
but then it just looks like I have no pants on, which is also fine.
It's gonna get subscribers on YouTube. Keep it up.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have this written down in my notes because I was going through my notes to figure out what we were going to chat about on the episode. And I wrote down, I don't even know if I want to say this, but here we go. This is a would you rather sort of situation.
Oh.
Tyler Cameron.
Oh my God.
But he has a micro penis.
Or?
I don't know. I don't have an or.
Oh.
Just would you?
I don't.
We went in depth about this. We talked about it.
Me and you?
Yeah.
About this
On our walk.
specific
Yes.
situation. Wow, my memory is fucking
I'm
shot.
sad. Do you want me to remind you?
Of my answer?
Yeah. It would be the same if you came up with it
yeah?
now.
Still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're less shallow than people think.
Yeah, I would I mean, sort of, because it's like if you look at Tyler Cameron, he's fucking sexy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even care. I'd be like, I'm sure he can do so many other things. You know?
Yeah.
And that's fine. And hopefully he has a sexy personality also.
Yeah.
And it's not shitty, because if it's shitty, it's a no.
So your answer to that is yes, you still would.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Okay. In fairness, I've never experienced that, so I don't really know what
Me
I would be
either.
signing up for. So
Yeah.
it's hard to give a for sure on that.
And if I ever do experience that, I feel like I'll talk about it on the podcast.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
You might not.
Because what if I fell in love with that person and
that
I
is your
didn't want
person.
to disclose that? That's true.
Exactly. So you might not
But
ever
if he
know.
gave me permission to do that, like, why be ashamed?
Like the most recent episode of Call Her Daddy, Dave.
Oh,
from,
yeah.
like
Dave Bird is his name, right?
Lil
Yeah.
Dicky.
Lil
He went
Dicky.
into immense detail about his penis and like why it's so unique.
Right.
And yeah, I don't really know where I was going
Oh,
with
okay. I mean, I could say that I appreciated the honesty.
that. Sure. Oh, I was thinking maybe like you would go into that amount of detail for us.
Oh, I would. I definitely would.
Great.
And also, you guys should listen to that episode on Call Her Daddy with Dave, Lil Dicky, because when he was talking about how his current girlfriend is his soulmate, I was like, that is the cutest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Because
Yeah.
I think it was also like sandwiched in between them talking about like dicks and sex, where it was like, oh, finally there's like, oh, a little sweet information.
Yeah, I was like, oh, normal
Yeah,
conversation.
exactly. I
Oh,
was
okay,
like,
this
oh
is
my
a breath of fresh
God.
air.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. And then I did. Do you ever like when you're wearing shorts and your knee is bent, you keep like, you put like your hand in your fold behind your knee,
Put your hand in your fold.
like the crack behind your knee. You know
Put
what
your
I'm
hand in
talking
your
about? It's
crack?
like the little pocket.
Yeah, it feels kind of good.
It does feel good. And that's like weirdly sexual,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Could be to some.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on.
Yeah.
So we're going through a lot of transition right now because we're obviously moving to North County, California, or what is it? North County, San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
So we're moving down there and there's just a lot happening. New apartment, new jobs, new everything. And I was going to ask you, how do you immediately get nervous? How do you want, like, what do you want the next month to look like? May.
Oh, okay.
And you can even go beyond. Like, it doesn't have to be, like, so concrete.
Yeah. I mean, how niche do you want me to get here?
It's honestly so open. It's up
Open?
to you. Like, you can even just say, I want to feel happy, or I want to, like, be in the sun a lot.
Okay. My idea of this next month, like, I'm picturing it going really well. I am not catastrophizing this at all. I feel like we are going to have a better time transitioning down there than we think we're going to be.
Okay, great.
I think that we aren't giving ourselves enough credit for how much we know and how talented we really are in our area of expertise. And we're fearing that we're not good enough and that the learning curve is bigger than we want it to be. But I don't think that's true. I think we are qualified for this. I think this is a great next step in our career. This is a great networking opportunity and just like cool life experience. So for this next month, I picture us having like a really gentle landing. Like, I don't think it's going to be as chaotic as we make it out in our heads. And so we're going to be able to have a really nice balance of like when we're working and then being able to take advantage of the new place we live in, which is going to be at the beach. And we'll have lots of our friends around and we'll be with each other. And I think that that is going to create an environment for us that's like really fun and exciting versus overwhelming.
Okay. Yeah. I love that answer.
Thanks. Okay. How would you answer that?
Well, so I honestly didn't think about my answer. So this is also raw. I would agree with everything that you're saying. Like, although I don't even know if I feel fear. Like, I need to journal because I think I felt like very like out of body the last like maybe even month or so.
Yeah.
Which is a really weird feeling. Like, I do not feel grounded at all right now, which is understandable, obviously. But I need to work on that because I don't like feeling that. Or maybe I just need to work on not liking that feeling, you know? Like, because I know it's so temporary. So there's that too. But I feel like, yeah, I feel very happy about this move, but I'm also not really I'm not like confining what's going to happen. Like, I'm not like putting it in a box of like, oh, it's going to look like this, you know? I'm very open of like, I feel good about it and I'm excited to like see what's next.
Yeah.
Versus thinking like this, and this has to happen.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah. I feel very, I don't know, like up in the air about it. I know that's like a weird descriptor for it, but that's how I feel.
Yeah. I think that's a positive thing.
Yeah.
Is to not have it so planned out that if things don't go according to plan, then you feel stressed about it, right? Like to be able to just chill and go with the flow and take each day as it comes is like, I feel like the takeaway here. And with any change, especially big ones like moving or new jobs or whatever it may be, breakups, who knows? Any big change in life, I feel like just needs to get broken down day by day.
Yeah.
And expectations need to be released.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's very interesting to not have, like, you don't really know what your day to day is going to look like. So it's like, how can I even, like, you do to a certain extent. Obviously, you have like a work schedule, but everything is going to be new. So then I can't even, like, I guess I could imagine what it's going to be like, but also,
but I think that for people like us and kind of our habits, we are such like planners in a sense. I mean, I don't even want to put that label on us, but like we are very routine beings, you and I. Yeah. And so the fact that our routine is about to change and we don't know what it's going to look like I don't want to use the word scary or that it's like fearful, but maybe intimidating could be a word for it, you know, and like a little bit of overwhelm. However, I don't know. I think we're gonna be fine. I think we're gonna love it.
We're totally gonna be fine.
Like, I think we're gonna love it.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I know that because we've really started to outgrow like our current circumstances. Like, it's really weird. I don't know if anyone else has ever experienced this, but for the past probably 2 months, maybe even longer, when we come home to our home, it doesn't really feel like ours. Like, it feels like this foreign space where we're like, I mean, it's our stuff, it's our home, but I don't know, it doesn't have like the same warm, cozy feeling.
Yeah, definitely not. Like, I find myself spending more time in other places than here.
Yeah, for me, that hasn't been necessarily by choice. I mean, I am choosing to start a new job and whatever, but I have had more obligations out of town. Like, I really, in the past 2 months, have been here so little. Maybe that's contributing to it too, is like, I'm not home. I don't have roots here anymore, really, besides my family. I don't know. But yeah, I think I think it's going to be an exciting month. You guys are going to have to bear with us because at this point, I would say like we're not feeling super creatively driven because when you're going through periods like this, you kind of have to operate in that logical sense, right? Like you have to think about like what needs to get done and not in a stressful way, but like that's just how you're operating. You're thinking about your to-do list more than like daydreaming about creative stuff. And so that's where I'm at right now of like, honestly, I haven't really thought about Cowboys that much. And that's sad. I'd like to, but I know that like I have to kind of prioritize figuring everything out for a second. So then I'm setting myself up to be creative again.
Right. And I feel the same way. And it makes me sad. Like, I feel like it makes me more sad than not, to not think about Cowboys as much. I mean, it's always like in my mind, like obviously daily. But then I think if we want this to be long term, then it is okay to go through that sort of like dip in creativity in a sense.
Well, and I mean, regardless of how creatively driven we feel, I think the important thing is that you still show up. And I mean, my God, Mad, let's give ourselves some credit here. It's been 150 episodes. And I can only recall 2 breaks. And even on the break, we still put out an episode.
Right. Or it's like
it's a BRB episode. It's like a, hey guys, we still love you. We just need to take 1 week off. One was when we were just way too overwhelmed. And then one was when we were doing a rebrand. So I don't know how long we've been podcasting for.
Over 2 years, I feel.
Is it almost 3?
I don't even know.
I don't know. There's 52 weeks in a year. Right?
So then the answer is yeah.
Yeah. We're coming up on 3 years. And
that's crazy.
That's a lot of dedication. So I feel like, yeah, of course you're going to experience a creative dip at some point in a 3-year span. Duh.
Yeah.
So.
And that's completely different from giving up on it. I think that's the distinction that I have to make in my mind because then it just bums me out.
Yeah, well, you're not giving up on it at all.
No.
You just have to refocus for 1 second. Keep this up in the air, like keep Cowboys going, but like figure other stuff out so then you can not put so much pressure on Cowboys. Like Cowboys can flourish on its own while you make money and, make new opportunities for yourself.
Right. Yeah, true.
Yeah. Just a little pep talk that you overheard us on.
Yeah.
That's basically what that felt like.
Yeah, straight
up. We were giving ourselves a pep talk and you were listening to it.
Hopefully it's what you guys needed today because I definitely need it. I feel like I just like need. I also, as we're wrapping up here because it's about over, like I just like feel it, is recently, and this is like so different, and this is not good, I don't think. And it makes me like, I'm just like, dude, I need to fucking work on this. Is I really love my alone time. Like you fucking know I do. Recently, I don't like it.
Like it's hard to be alone?
Yes. What the fuck is that?
Well,
I don't like that at all. That is weird to me. I've not had that.
Okay.
Honestly, ever.
Before we go, can we dive into this just a little bit to figure out where this is coming from?
Okay.
I'm just going to ask some questions. Is it because we're moving and you feel like you want to spend a lot of time with your family while you're here?
I mean, that could be a contributor, sure.
Okay. Question 2. Is it because this home of ours is starting to feel less like home and we have windows as you can see, but like guys, our house is kind of like, it's dark, right? Like we don't get a whole lot of natural light and it's kind of like it's like a den is how this place feels. Is it because right now you're craving more light and more life and this is too dark and den-like for you?
Yeah, I do definitely think that because I love like hiking and doing things outside by myself. Like that. Yes.
So you're fine being alone when you're like out in nature.
Yeah, but then I'm like, I think that when by alone time, like I can be out alone doing errands.
Okay.
If I am home or like in a space where I don't have something to do, that's when I'm like, oh, these thoughts are creeping in. And I think that's why I don't like to be alone because then I have to like deal with real shit.
Yeah.
Like that's actually what it is.
Okay.
So that's, yeah. It's a lot. So I got to work on that. But that's okay. You know?
I mean, I'm just going to put this out there that I don't know if you should be so hard on yourself because that's pretty common. In fact, this morning or maybe last night when I was on social media, I saw someone, it's like a girl who lives alone, and she's like, the perks of being a woman in her 20s living alone. And she like comes home from being out and she like kicks off her shoes and she literally strips down to like nothing.
Okay.
And then she's like, the downfalls of being a woman in your 20s living alone. And then she's like in fetal position on the floor and it's like dark thoughts and like all this shit and she's like overwhelmed and all this stuff. And so I just think that it's normal. We're going through a lot and it's just nice to feel the comfort of your loved ones when you're in a time of change. And I don't know, I think there's a lot of factors at play. So I wouldn't get so hard on yourself about not liking alone time right now because it's just like a season thing.
That's right. So I'm trying to not be hard on myself, but that's just the constant fucking theme. You know what I'm saying?
Have you guys met Madison
yet? Until I know I'm like the creator of my life and I decide, but like, fuck, sometimes we're just like, why am I so hard on myself? It's so fucking annoying.
I'm surprised that throughout your journeys that you've been on, and by journeys, I mean like the spiritual.
Yeah. I mean, that's
what would we even call
my
those?
Constant theme.
And in your journeys that comes up?
Yeah. Is being hard on myself and also like that I am enough, which I think they go hand in hand because I'm hard on myself because I don't think I'm enough.
Oh my God. Right, guys? If she could only see herself from our perspective, she'd be like, what the fuck am I even doing?
Oh my God. Sometimes I do get moments of clarity and I'm like, honestly,
crazy.
Don't be ridiculous. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway.
Well, hey, we're not all perfect, right?
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah.
I'm like, but I'm trying to be. That's
the
problem.
That's your
literally
whole
the
fucking problem.
I know.
Why do you expect yourself? No one.
I don't know, because I saw this thing today that was like saying
Madison.
Nobody's expecting you to be perfect. And I was like, that literally hits home for me. Like, what the fuck?
I actually.
Oh my God.
I'm so shocked by this. Where does this come from?
I don't know.
We need to do inner child work. I'm calling my therapist.
Yeah, I need to do inner child work, I think. Because I always try to think, I'm like, what? Like, I don't know what this stems from. Like, what moment? Was it in high school? Was I a little kid? I don't fucking know.
You gotta almost, you gotta do some inner child stuff. I think
I fucking do. Like, I think that's why these things are happening. Because it's like a reminder, like, you need to check in with that.
It's just a theme. You keep reliving this.
It keeps coming back. And I'm like, I can't stand it anymore.
You can't journal yourself out of this one.
No, I guess not. No. I also haven't been journaling that much, so that's another thing. But we're going to get this together. Work in progress. All right. Okay.
Well,
anyway,
guys, 150.
I'm so proud of us.
Thanks. I'm proud of you.
Proud of you too. For many things.
I just always think back to that bitchy ass comment that was left on our podcast about how we think we're so great.
The echo chamber?
We're an echo chamber.
You know what?
And it happens every time we record. I think about her and her bitchy comment. And I get sad. But I'm going to pull myself out of that right now.
Yeah, we are, because
150.
Yeah, that's awesome. And we are great. We really work hard to be great, okay?
Not that we have
to
defend ourselves.
Tess will agree with me because we're an echo chamber.
Yeah. There you go. Way to bring it home. 150, you guys, thank you so much for being here. It means the world. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe. If you are listening just audibly, get out there and follow the show. Subscribe wherever you can.
Yeah, rate 5 stars.
Not 3.
Minimum of 4 stars.
Minimum of 5. If you rate us 4 stars, I'm fucking pissed.
I'm sad. Like, what do we need to do to make it 5, you know?
They're like, take your top off.
Exactly. When and where? I'm just kidding.
They're like, for every episode.
We got to make a compromise on that. Because every episode, damn, you better be paying us. Exactly.
Not a bad idea.
Good idea.
I would feel disgusting sitting here topless right now. Just like sinking into this leather couch, just like
holding it together in these fucking shorts.
In denim shorts.
Oh my God, that's like when people hire topless maids, and I'm like,
so
what
you
kind of job is that?
Okay, scrubbing your toilet with her tits like cones. Exactly. It's not good unless you have fake boobs.
Perfect rack. Yeah.
No, I'm not even talking perfect rack. I'm talking silicone implants.
Yeah, that's true, because then they don't do that.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
But imagine someone scrubbing a toilet topless. That is not a sight.
I'm like, you can't watch this part. Yeah. Okay. No toilet scrubbing.
All dust.
Yeah,
I'll go
all
above
dust.
you.
Absolutely. All dust. All like wring out your carpets. I don't know. I'll do something.
That might still be kind of graphic.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Just beating a carpet. Just like, oh God.
Dusting only.
Yeah, we're just dusters. Topless dusters is what they should call them. Like, I wouldn't even want to clean a countertop, you know? I mean, I could.
That's true.
I'm painting this picture like we have gross boobs. We have great boobs.
Yeah.
Another reason why we're so great.
That's right. Exactly. And I'm agreeing, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Okay, bye, guys. We love you.
Bye. Talk soon.